Good morning, good morning. It is 8:18 a.m. Monday, November 14th. Here for my pre-session analysis and trade ideas video. Looking at the economic calendar, we have nothing really going on, apart from some Fed speakers later today, but nothing going on in the New York London session overlap here. So it's a light day on data, and as we can see, the equities are still holding strength here from the inflow of optimism coming in from last week's improved CPI data here. So we had the original slowdown, rejection of this liquidity zone, and that was short-lived as buyers stepped in right around this area, 3,700, and started creating some higher lows, grabbed some 3,750 buys, and that was the inflow at the CPI that we broke above this important level in the market, 3,900. And as of now, we're still maintaining this structure level above 3,950. So for the time being, the optimistic sentiment is still holding the most weight here in the equity markets. As you can see, also the VIX is maintaining this bearish structure and had a little bit of a gap up to start the week, but we're still maintaining this bearish structure on the VIX, so we can see, if we hold this, some continued weakness as the optimistic sentiment holds. Now, on the dollar, we're seeing a little bit more of a consolidation, indecision, as again, we are still maintaining this bearish structure from the massive sell-off of the dollar. Continued bearish structure. We came to retest this important level around 106.5, and since then, since the start of the week, we've started creating some weak but some definite bullish intraday structure with some higher lows and higher highs. But there's nothing here that's going to confirm to me that that dollar is strong or dollar is weak. It's very indecisive right now within this range here, around the 107 to 106.5. So for me to validate that that we have some more clear sentiment, obviously the stock markets are holding a little bit more strength here, but I would need to see dollar break past below these previous lows in order to continue on with the sentiment of dollar weakness. For the time being, I'm not going to jump in the markets right now, as I'm not seeing the dollar having any decisive action in one direction or the other. So for me, based on this market's the current market conditions, I'm seeing a mixed sentiment and expecting some low volume and volatility for the New York session. Having said that, on gold, my trade ideas are as follows. Right now, similar to the US dollar, we are in this range here and indecisive between 1766 and 1755 area, roughly. Okay, so for me to validate any sort of trade, I would need to see either breaks back above this previous lower high within this structure. So we created this new high, and from this high, start of the week, we gapped down, and then we respected this previous level of structure here, 1766, as I mentioned, and created new lower lows briefly, and then we're back within this range here. So there's no clear direction. We're within this order block here, so I would need to see gold break back above 1766, like I said, retest this level, and then in turn I would need to see the dollar, like I mentioned, break back below 106.5 to validate the dollar weakness is back and the optimistic sentiment is holding, and we could see potential continuation of gold buys. But as long as we stay below this level, we can very easily just be ranging right here. So if we come back down to this level as well, this is a key level for me. I will end up taking some buys here if I do see some lower time frame shifts in structure. After retesting this zone, around the 1750s to 1747 region. This is the previous level of liquidity here, where we had this 1 hour order block, a break above, retest, and then shoot to these new higher highs. So if we do retest this level, I will look to see again a slowdown and exhaustion of sellers, a shift in market structure, potentially a double bottom, new higher high on the 1 minute, and then playing that bullish structure to retest these highs here. So those are my two main trade ideas for the day. I'm going to look for impulsive breakout above 1766 if we have those confirms, as I mentioned, or the retest of 1750s to 1747 with price action confirmations, and to take conservative entries, meaning I will need to see the market structure shift on the lower time frames at this area to confidently take some buys. So if not, I have very low expectations for today, as we can end up just getting that ranging, as I mentioned, if we don't have any clear sentiment coming in. Because if I zoom out to the 4 hour, this is an important level in the market here. Could even adjust this zone to include these candle body rejections here that started the sell-off in late August. And as you can see, it was a important level in the market that's been respected numerous times on the buy side and on the sell side. So that's an important level. Right now we're flirting with this level right now and ranging, as I mentioned. So I'm going to need some more confirmations to take some continuations, or else it is just Monday. So we can see some slower volume and volatility start the week, and potentially later on, if I'm looking at the data for the rest of the week, tomorrow, Tuesday, November 15th, we do have some data at 8:30. So we have the core PPI, New York Empire State Manufacturing Index, and just the regular month-over-month PPI numbers. So we can see a little bit more volume on Tuesday and for the rest of the week, as we do have some data on Wednesday as well, and Thursday and Friday as well. So like I said, low expectations for today. I'm going to need to see a lot more confirmations of sentiment and volume coming in to take any positions, or else I'm happy to take the day off of trading and wait for better opportunities further down this week.